Greetings, this is Dr. William Hobbs, Director of the Writing Center at Virginia State University, and I am here with one of our staff, the one and only Kiara Eldridge.
Hi.
As you can see, she's an extrovert, so you're going to be overwhelmed with her personality here today. She's a senior majoring in
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. So she's going to right a lot of wrongs in the world. Presently, we're here to discuss, what are we here to discuss actually?
Thesis statements.
Thesis statements. Thesis statements. How important are thesis statements, Eldridge?
They're really important. They make up the paper.
Mm-hmm.
They tell what you're going to be reading, or it tells the reader what they're going to be reading, and gives the writer an idea of how to lay out the paper.
Good stuff, good stuff. So what would happen if somebody was reading an intro and it had no thesis?
It doesn't tell the story. It doesn't give the reader an idea of what is going on in the story. The paper becomes all over the place. It doesn't have a point. Like, it doesn't come to one point or come to the points that are trying to be made or understood.
Okay. Question. Is it possible to have a good conclusion for a paper if you don't have a thesis?
No. No, the thesis also makes up the conclusion.
Mm.
So you can't really have a conclusion without the thesis statement. You can't really have a paper without the thesis statement because it gives an idea, direction of the paper.
Mm-hmm. So without it, you're just rambling.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. And nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. So let's come up with some ideas here. Let's say someone had to write a paper on The Other Wes Moore, for instance. Mm-hmm. The Other Wes Moore is an incredible book about two black men in Baltimore. The names are Wes Moore. They live 2 blocks away from each other, both from a single parent home, rough neighborhood. And for some reason, one of them has wound up doing life in prison for murder. And the other one is now the governor of Maryland. So when we think about a thesis for that paper, tell me what you think of this thesis. The Other Wes Moore, exploring the importance of external influence and personal responsibility. External influences meaning that their neighborhood, the rough schools they came up with, their family structure, and then personal responsibility, the people that they're going to be regardless. They're going to, if one is interested in music, they're going to be interested regardless of the situation. If you're interested in going to school, regardless of what your circumstances are, you're going to do that. Mm-hmm. So then the paper would be about what is more important, one's external influences or one's personal drive and where that person winds up in life.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a pretty good thesis statement.
Okay, now out of curiosity, which one do you think is most important? One's external influences or your own personal motivations?
I don't know, because they both play a big part in someone's life. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to say which one I think is more important.
And by the way, there's no wrong answer to this. So this is just a discussion right here.
I mean, your external influences, they do exactly that. They influence you. You see that. So you go off of what you see. You go off of what you think is right. Mm-hmm. But then, I don't know, the other one is really personal. It's kind of a mental thing. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know which one I think is more important. I think they're both pretty important because they both impact you in some way. So.
And I think that's the heart of an engaging paper, where, all the points that you bring up, even if they're contrasting or whatever, they're good points. And it's hard to just, at face value, just say it's that. Mm-hmm. It's just that, right? Especially with, your major and what you're going to do with it. A lot of people will write somebody off simply off of, well, they're from here, they're from there. I don't need to know anything else about them.
That's true.
That's it, right? As opposed to, okay, well, you got to meet this person. I know they're from here. You just got to meet them, right? That's really important, really important. So that is a book that I'm teaching in Intro to African American Literature. Both my wife and I teach that class. If you will, the picture of both my lovely wife, Dr. Gabrielle Pina, and myself. Yes, oh, calm down. That's my wife, not yours. I can see your, what?
Relax. Relax. We're here to talk about thesis statements. Relax.
What's your major?
Criminal justice.
Okay. Anyway, as a thesis, very important. You must have it. So, if someone came to the Writing Center and said, "I need to write this paper. Can you help me with my thesis?" Would that be too difficult to do?
I'm like 50-50 on situations like that, only because I would prefer them to have an idea or already have it written and then we can revise it, because most of the times I don't know the story that they've read, or I don't know if it's a paper based on a story that the class has read or something like that. It'll be easier if they already had a statement. But if it was something where they were doing a research paper or something, we can kind of come up with it together. It's just better if they kind of give me an idea of what they want to say so that we can revise it together instead of me giving you an answer and you going off of my answer.
Because if they go off of just your answer,
They're not doing the work.
they're not doing the work. They're not doing the work. Okay, and needless to say, that's one of the things I find very important these days as far as the critical thinking that is needed to do just that. A lot of folks come to us trying to use us as if we're walking AI. Yeah, I said it. You come up with the paper, you come up with what I need to write, you check it, you do the whole 9 yards. When you come to the Writing Center, there's a certain amount of work that you have to put in yourself before you even see us. That's extremely important. And a lot of times when you have to write a paper for a particular class, make sure you have as much information from the professor as possible. That makes it easier for us, yes? Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely.
Bring a rough draft, bring the information, the details, the assignment, the rubric, bring it all.
Bring it all, bring it all. And just remember, before you leave, at the very least, you need to have a solid thesis. Okay. This is Dr. William Hobbs.
And I am Kiera Eldridge.
And okay, I'm just.
Bring it back.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. See you. And see, I'm all discombobulated. Hail State.
Wow. Is that it, Jay?